these are actually sunbeds. So you can sit here, relax and enjoy the sun. And we'll start the tour here on South Beach, which is absolutely gorgeous today. I mean, it's February, but the temperature's around about 9 degrees. It's a little bit windy, but I tell you what, you get out of the wind, it's really nice. So just in front of me is Bridlington Lifeboat Station, and over here is where you get the train. Now, obviously, if you want to get from one side of the harbour to the other, you could get the train. Obviously, it runs during the main season. This is almost like a little station here, look, where you can pick it up. Isn't that cute? So this is the Bridlington Spa, where you'll see a lot of famous shows and pantomimes, no doubt at Christmas. What we're doing though is we're walking behind the spa, and we're going to go and check out the harbour, and then we'll head up towards through the town and then head up towards the North Promenade. Like I say, it's actually bigger than you think. Obviously got a show or something coming in there at the moment. I'm not quite sure what's on. But actually, if I just show you around the back here, it's got a little bit of the original signage going on. Look at that. The Spa Theatre. Can you see that sign? I love these little windbreaks they've put in, little arty things, showing off photos of the beach, the dunes and the seafaring past. Obviously these would be quite cold to sit your bum on a day like today. And as sea defences go, it is actually pretty modern. There's not many sea defences you see with glass panelling, do you? So when we get some strong southerly winds, the waves that break up here are pretty amazing. The best way around obviously is to follow the signs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head all the way to the end of the harbour just to check out the view. So let's quickly do it. These old-fashioned lights here, look. So as I said, it does feel like two different seaside resorts, because obviously you've got the town, you've got the harbour, and then of course you've got South Beach, which all feel completely different to one another. Look at the waves, how they're kind of bouncing back off the wall. That look weird. Wow, look at this boat. That is one pretty boat. Love the paint on that. That is what you call a proper North Sea fishing trawler. All the lobster pots are here. And obviously where they fill up with diesel. But some of the boats here are those really kind of quaint, pretty little fishing boats that you see on postcards, all doing their own thing. You've got the Kimberley down there, the Endeavour. You can see that boat over there. It's got like a Superman logo on the front of it. So we're not allowed down there. We've got to use the overhead walkway, which is quite interesting to walk around. Because it feels like you shouldn't really be walking up here, but you are allowed to. Now obviously this is as far as I'm allowed to go. But you can just see over there the Funfair and the North Promenade, which we're going to go to. But we'll just walk briefly through the town. So compared to Scarborough, it's not the most picturesque harbour in the world, you are definitely sport for choice when it comes to fish and chips. In fact, one of my favourite fish and chip places actually just there, Salt of the Harbour. Fairly expensive. They also cook the fish fresh to order. But this is another popular one, Pier 6, and it has the best place to sit for sunset as well. They're not open today though. But yes, they are. I stand corrected, they are open, just not outside. Is that like a VIP section to sit and eat your fish and chips? How much is fish here? Haddock $8.95. So we're heading towards the North Promenade. So a bit of the town up there. You've got Audrey's award-winning fish and chips here. Again, which does come highly recommended. I guess it's like Whitby, you know, you are really spoilt for choice for fish and chips, obviously being by the seaside, but the amount of fish and chip shops there are is crazy. Let us know in the comments your favourite fish and chip shop. Now this has been here since before I was born, and it is really retro inside. Alan's Quality Fish and Chips Cafe and Takeaway. Look at that. Leather, red leather seating. Oh yeah. It's like all the fish and chip shops are competing against each other. So let us know whose is the best. So you could walk around the harbour that way, but we're going to head on towards the North Promenade from this direction. Look at that, that's retro. I bet that's a pain to replace the bulbs. So I have to say, actually, quite a lot is open down here. Obviously the Funfair isn't, but a lot of the Cath's amusements are. So we'll head down there in just a moment. It's really random that all the seats here are actually facing towards the sea. I say it's random, but it's almost like they're waiting to see a show or something. Look at that. How stormy the North Sea can get. And let's do our Titanic bit, shall we? And head right to the end where the harbour sticks out. Speedboat Tours. Now, I'd definitely be up for that in the summer. And what's pretty amazing is that there's not much of a wall here at all. So you can literally come right to the end. It's certainly exhilarating standing up here. Kind of feels a bit weird, like it feels like this is moving. Clearly it's not, because it's made of solid brick, but yeah, get your Titanic moment and stand here. A little bit of an understatement how windy it is up here. I think I'm going to go back. I almost lost my microphone. That was so windy, I think it messed my hair up. So back up onto the North Promenade. What are these, sunbeds? And what is so picturesque about Bridlington are the lights down here. They look like little plant pots turned upside down. So the Funfair doesn't actually get taken down, not really. Stays up for most of the winter. There's a guy over there in shorts. It's February and it's about 6 degrees. I love this little green up here. It does remind me a little bit of Brighton, and how the houses kind of curve around this little area. I think they're mostly guest houses actually, and hotels. Also a nice wind trap. Now when I walk up here, you almost think this is a pier. You get that sense, that vibe that it's a pier. It's obviously not, although it has a nice view over the sea. The theming is pretty good on some of these amusements. Come and walk around our haunted pirate ship. Obviously the sun's going down, so we're losing a little bit of the sunlight. A new addition over the past few years. Bridlington Forum, obviously a big amusement arcade. And also a cinema in there. There's the big wheel. You'd have thought with the storms and everything like that we get here on the east coast that they'd probably take that down, but obviously it can withstand quite strong gusty wind. But mind you, it's a little bit shielded here. So these are interesting along the seafront. Obviously not for today, but when the sun's out, these are actually, well, sunbeds. Oh, so you can sit here, relax, and enjoy the sun. Although not this time of day. Yeah, these are quite nice. You could hang here with your buddies, line up, have a chat, and enjoy the view. So I keep seeing these everywhere. They're lights, not little fire pits that I thought there might be. That'd be nice actually in the winter. Coming past this very impressive building on the seafront is the leisure centre. And as you walk further down here, you'll come to a lot of bed and breakfasts. In fact, there's a Premier Inn down there. And whenever I've tried to come to Bridlington in the summer, I've never been able to get in this Premier Inn. It's always been really expensive. Let's just have a quick walk down here. It's like really windy today, but down here it's just like ultra calm. Nobody on the beach though. So in the distance you can see the chalk cliffs, and if we went all the way around the corner, obviously we'd eventually come to Robin Hood's Bay and then Scarborough. It's pretty big. Can you see them all just swinging in the wind? So as we continue down North Promenade, we come to this area which is known as Victoria Terrace, and well, there's nothing really here other than a lot of brickwork and empty space. It's not overly that pretty. I guess it's probably also acting as sea defences. Let's go down the beach. These sea defences have been here for a very long time. You can see how the tide literally comes right up against here, all the seaweed on the wall. But the beach on the north side is just as beautiful. Look at that. Well, that was my tour of Bridlington. I hope you liked the video. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and tell us your favourite fish and chip shop in Bridlington, and I'll go and check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I've got to just try and find the car.